sickening and disgusting, and I loved every minute of it. Bone Temple is one of my films of the year. I know we're only in January, but I can guarantee it will still be one of my films of the year by the time we get to December. That is how good it is. I was very grateful to be invited to an early screening of Bone Temple way back in December, and I have been itching to talk about this film ever since. Bone Temple essentially picks up exactly where 28 Years Later left off. Spike has been introduced to the Jimmies, but instead of them jumping around to the Teletubbies theme tune and pretending to be Power Rangers, we've got a very serious group of brutal, violent people who apparently have no good inside them and just want to torture and harm others. What they do to the people they come across is sickening and disgusting, and I loved every minute of it. On the flip side of that, we've got the story of Dr. Kelson and him trying to establish whether Samson, this alpha male, has any ounce of humanity left in him. And we see this very beautiful, blossoming relationship grow. And eventually these two stories do come together and they collide in an utterly magnificent way, to the point where our theatre erupted in applause with one of the most perfect needle drops you could ever wish for. And that wasn't the only time that there was a huge reaction from the audience either. The way that this film ends had everyone gasping, I was crying, people were clapping, and it's left us all very, very excited for what is coming in film number 3. Nia DaCosta has done such a phenomenal job with this film. She perfectly balances how beautiful life is, how wonderful humanity is, which is a lot of the elements that we saw in 28 Years Later, but she also contrasts that with how horrid and desperate and venomous humanity can be. The standouts obviously are Ralph Fiennes as Dr. Kelson, who is warm and lovable, and I just want to give him a hug. And of course, Jack O'Connell as Jimmy Crystal, who I would not want to touch with a barge pole. He does a marvellous job too. So if you were on the fence about whether to go and see Bone Temple, I guarantee you will have an amazing time with this film, and I cannot wait to watch it again. Are you excited for Bone Temple? Let me know in the comments.